Hey guys, and this is a behind the scenes view on the song video Limited Life. And pretty much I'm going to be showing you guys how I pretty much made my, Blender animation. So for one, I used MC Prep to get like all the clouds and backgrounds and everything, and all like the sun and everything, and to be able to get that like 3D minecart aesthetic. That's pretty much all MC Prep. But so it took a while for this, guys, but this is the first animation, and you can actually see that after he pushes the minecart, he just freezes, and you can actually see the minecart fall. There we go. It literally just stops right there because it needs to wait for these guys to do their animation here. See, they start to do their animation as soon as the camera pans over, and then they're doing an animation, and then the animation plays. And as soon as the explosion happens, actually, you can look on the camera. This little box is where you can see, and as you can see, all the blocks are just floating off the screen, so you can't see them. See scars right there, impulse, and yeah, you can literally just, they're barely off screen. And yeah, you can see this right now, but if I turn the armature off, you can't see it at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I had to actually like remake this part from the series the best I could do, because they don't have like a downloadable map that I can get, but this is the best I could do. Yeah. But yeah, this one was where Green runs across this bridge and everything and gets to the other side. And then they have this whole like long segment, but fun thing is, let me start from the beginning again. It starts here, and as you can see, he's literally just moving back because the set pose for him was he starts literally right there, but he needs to be back there, and as soon as the shot sees him, he starts walking over. But then also, this walking animation took so long. Ready? Just look at this. Look at this monstrosity. It happened for the other leg too. Look at that. That's insane. That took me a while, but walk cycles are hard to do. And pretty much actually for him, he literally just, you see him and then you don't see him, so he just pauses, and he's actually slowly moving to his original or his next position, which is in the next shot. But he also only walks by, and so he just slowly slides over to his next position, which is literally off screen, because he, in the actual video, he could like goes over here and escapes or jumps down, so he's like off screen. So I just decided to just put him off the screen. Also, another fun thing, so as you can see, there's 3 archers here, and they don't move until the camera pans over and they do their actions. Fun thing is, he's not even in the scene. I just put him there for like that half-second part where you can actually see him, and he's pretty much doing absolutely nothing. There's not even an arrow in there. It's just these two, and then they shoot the arrows, and then they just stop their animation because the long thing of it panning over. But also, there's this these two stray arrows that just don't go away after those two over there shoot it. This one just stays there, and that one stays there until it gets teleported. That one's just there for the rest of the scene. That other arrow, actually, if we click it and go to item, its location after this this point, it goes to like 1 quadrillion or whatever, which it literally doesn't register until like it brings it back, so it just literally disappears fully. And then we have this whole panorama scene. Then he gets his crossbow out, shoots him, and then he shoots him. It's in his arm, right? I have to, oh my goodness, I hate this. Alright, so there's that. As you can see, its armature is there. Because the arrow that look, I'm not selected on the arrow, then I'm selected on the arrow. Because this arrow and this arrow are 2 different arrows. As you can see, this one had it connected to the arm. This one is not connected to any arm, because these are 2 separate arrows. But in the magic of the keyframes, this one goes a million miles away, and this one spawns in, and then after he sits there, when he pulls it out of his arm, look, the same thing happens. It's selected, armature, and then it's sent to 1 million or quadrillion again. And if I click this one, it's actually it's not the same arrow as before. It's a whole different arrow, but that's the one he throws off screen. Which, I mean, look at this part. It's literally, that's just like so perfect. Just look at this. Boom. Alright, and then green runs over, which the walk cycle is actually just a copy of him from like over there. And then he shoots a firework, and actually this red effect right here, if I click his head, go here and go to the shader editor, I click it, you can see that the subsurface is at 50, but right here is at 0. And the subsurface color is at red like the whole entire time until this part where the subsurface turns from 0 to 50, and then after a while it just stays at 50 for the rest of the thing, because you don't see him again, because he, for one, he just stays there because you can't see him on the camera, so he's literally just there, and then he's just on the ground there. But yeah, and then as I said before, you can see him in the background, so that's why he's in that position again. And this is pretty much what you're seeing during the render. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that scene. Alright, this is like, I think one of the longer scenes, maybe. But in this one, green is back up here, and he is putting down minecarts. And actually, if I move this over here, he pushes that one, it literally stops right there, pushes this one, that one actually goes through that one, and it slowly stops while we're all the way down here just filming this part. And then they're all just looking at each other. And then I will say this wasn't really good animation here, where he walks past. But as soon as that happens, the minecart is like right above them, and then they get blown up. And again, as you can see, this is the laggiest one because there's so much happening. But now you can see everything. As you can see, it shows above, and then as before, this is all a solid model right now, as you can see. But you can also look up here. It gets teleported a quintillion miles, and then this whole part here is another thing that I import. These are all separate blocks, and again, they just get sent out of frame, so you just can't see them. And you don't really see the chest fly, so I just didn't animate that. But they actually just all turn red here, so I just had to do the same thing I did with the other ones. Go to the shader editor and just do the same thing. But yeah, and also this nether portal is actually 6 of individual things. It's not perfect, there's like little gaps, but you get the gist of it. But and then they just all die, so that's pretty much it for that one. And then there's this one. So Scar's just walking down with his water bucket and stake, and then Green is just down here. He's just sticking there until his time. Also, he's clipping so much through himself right now. Like, look at this. Clip, 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 clip. But he's also, like, I also had to move his arm so the stake wouldn't go through a Green's body here, because it went through it before. And then, you know, he turns around, he clips straight through Green's arm. Also, I should probably mention, this guy's literally standing here for the whole entire time until he has to move into position slowly. And then finally, he starts running, and every single time he gets hit, I have to turn him red. Although the shot isn't actually accurate in the actual video, Green stops here and he starts to shoot him with a crossbow and then kills him. But I just decided to do that for some reason. But also, I should probably mention that pretty much the same thing happens here. He does that, but these are all actually separate things that I had to animate. They were easy to animate, but you know. And let's see. Yeah, also, these don't actually go all the way down. They just go a certain distance, just because. Let's see. Oh, also, this whole thing for MC Prep. Alright, I go to MC Prep. There's prep materials, which makes them like being able to see them clearer, because usually they're like blurry. But there's also the mesh swap, which swaps all the the blocks in what you import and makes them like their own little like block that you can change. But for the mesh swap, it selected the wheat, and all the wheat turned to its final form, but I didn't want that, so I had to convert it back. But yeah, that's pretty much it. One thing I should probably mention too is that all the like little items in their hands are separate from their bodies, which obviously makes sense. But what I had to do is you have to go here, go to relations, and there's a parent type, and then a parent bone. So pretty much you select which rig that it is, which for this one is Scar, which is Armature 1, and then you do bone, and then you select which part it is. For like the bone for right arm is this bone here. Hold on, it's this bone right here. See, you can move it around, and it's not like the sword's going with the arm and everything. This also works with like armor and everything. Like, you know, this thing right here. See, I can move it. But if I go to like the bone, it moves with the bone, see? So that would make sense. But yeah, I would say that's pretty much it, guys. I don't really have anything else. That's pretty much the behind the scenes part. So guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next behind the scenes if I do one. See ya.